Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be starting out, like usual, with the AMX AC48 here. Nice to see a lot of you guys are here already. As some of you saw, basically, it was like 30 minutes ago, the chatbot basically released an update, so there's a couple new things. I wasn't able to really implement many of them, but more or less there is a new command that you can use. It's not entirely working 100% as far as how a dice roll should work, but basically if you type exclamation point roll dice and you follow it by do 1 to 5 the guy accidentally messed up and it doesn't go to 6. It costs 100 Levi biscuits to do, and basically if you guess correctly between 1 and 5, you win 6 times, so 600 back, or you just lose and you don't win anything. Like usual, I'll be platooning today. If anybody wants to platoon, just send me a message and make sure you know that there's some tanks on the tank request list. You know, if you don't have every tier, I'll do my best to fit you in as the best that I can here. But yeah, just send me a message in game if you want to platoon for a bit. Which Steven, unfortunately I don't have the Hetzer. I do have a tank request list. It's in my video description if you don't know the tanks I have. But yeah, unfortunately German TDs, I only have premium ones. I didn't want to pop around there, I just wanted to kind of peek around. Or, thank you John, you can just type exclamation point tank request list and it'll pop up the link for you right away. Unfortunately we have a lot of people over here, so do they, but as far as moving anywhere, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Which there is a timeout, it seems like, on the roll dice. It should be the same as gambling, so you only can do it every, what, 30 minutes once, so. Let's say basically the new patch for the chatbot here, you know, it literally just released, so you never know what's working and not working, since it's just one guy making the chatbot. Awesome. I got frickin' half my HP knocked off. Didn't want to go out into the frickin' field since, you know, I'm not gonna be able to do anything out there. But it just sucks because right now we really need our T95 to push somewhere, to be honest. That would be awesome. Whether or not he's gonna do that is another thing. It's gonna hurt. Never mind. It's just we have their Foch here flinging gold, so why not fling some right back at him here? Surprised he's shooting Graham instead of me. But yeah, we're basically going to die. I think I'm gonna head this way only because without a turret, I'm just not able to go around corners like that. This thing does not fight very good close up, so I guess I'm just gonna set up over here. They should start popping out of this, I think. Maybe not. They're staying closer towards the base. We are down by a lot. Our chances to win are probably extremely low at this point. I'm gonna go with the larger target here, and I still missed. Gotta love this tank. Accuracy is god-awful, to say the least. And everyone frickin' throw gold rounds at you. I tend to throw a frickin' crap ton of APCR out of this too, since you can't hit anything. And the off chance you hit something, you actually want to pen it. I'll take a chance that they're not throwing heat. There we go. Yeah. Didn't turn fast enough there. Oh well. The Lorraine 40T, yes, I do have that one. Which hello everyone, Rich Knitbot, Bingo, and everyone else. Okay, I'll send you an invite then. Yeah, actually, I think you're probably in a... I'm confused. Next up is the M103. I forgot which tank was next up here. Hello, Roth. Yes, I am. I say, what tiers do you... It looks like you probably have every tier. Yeah. Send you an invite here if you want to hop in. Which I just saw Tanya. You have to use the tank request command if you wanna basically request a tank. I almost didn't catch that. Let's say, Roth, are you in a... I think I sent you an invite, unless you hopped into a battle already. Hello, Trenton. Nice to see you. Okay, yeah, you're in a battle. So let's go into the M103 here. Hey, little biscuit. Beggar. He's already got 2 out of me. Since I was, you know, here about an hour before the stream, just kind of setting things up, and he's like begging me already for him. But tonight, I'll be going till hopefully at least 10 p.m. We'll see if I go any later than that. Depends on how tired I am. I'm pretty exhausted from this past week of work. I think I clocked in, like, hopefully tomorrow's a day off. It should be. The one guy that's kind of hurt a bit, he seems to be doing a bit better. But I clocked in at, I think, 62 and a half hours this week. Oh, my knees are... I sat down after work today and I did not want to get up. Alright, the M103 here. I gotta be a little bit careful. I don't get called out in the open, but without already, I think going in this area gives me the most amount of options. Even though this guy's already getting hit, my guess is he's getting hit right from, yep, right about that way. That seems and of course I got called out in the open and got shot twice, and nobody hit the bat chat except for, I guess, one person did. There's that thing of basically sitting out in the open. He dished out a lot more damage than what he took. Yeah. I was very close to taking damage there. There's my shot at being a filthy gold spammer. Here comes the bat again. This is... Oh my god. There's a bat and a Foch. Like, are we seriously going to let these guys basically push right into the center when literally this is where the bulk of our team is? You are correct, White Eagle. Still a pretty good tank, though. Alright, T-57, are you loaded or... Ooh. That worked. Don't know how that worked, but I did not get murdered. You gonna put... He just took a shot. I might be able to sneak a little... shot in... No. If he's just gonna have to stay out there or else he's gonna get flanked. I know. The RU-251... Dude, there's no arty. Why are you going... Alright, I guess I will go down here. Never mind, he's dead. I just have no idea where the RU-251's thinking he's gonna go. Which crap. It doesn't make sense for me to push here alone. It's just if he goes... He's going back there to flank them, but... He's just gonna get squashed. Sorry, T62A. I'm gonna be a little late here to... Whoa. Alright, so he gets hop right down there alone. That makes complete sense. He could have just ran away towards my direction. Yeah. Alright, we got those two guys there. So I'll contest. Yep, they get both fired. I have a heat round. And I screwed that up completely. Gun depression did not save me there. E57, come save me. Because they can 1-2 shot me here. Again, my front little track saved me. It sticks out a little bit further from your hull. And if you kind of point it out there, you get lucky a lot of times. And say the M103, even the T110E5, as long as the enemy, you know, is... not to say stupid, but dumb enough to shoot you basically in that area. A lot of people do without aiming too much. Tanya, I don't have an M60. You've already requested the FV215B. Please, you know, it's just one per person per stream, unless I say otherwise. I've had to remind you quite a few times to where you should know by now. This guy, no, he didn't pop down that way. Alright, there's only so many places the leopard could go, so I guess I'm just gonna follow him. Hello, Yosef, nice to see you, and Gary. Just thanks for tipping Levi. Victor. Hello, Riley and Enars. I'm not even paying attention to where I'm driving. I'm glad I didn't fall off a cliff there. Well, yeah, I can't believe I shot that IS-7 where I did. He should have been killed. This is why I usually don't chase after people late in the match. I should have just plopped myself on cap. The T-57's probably going to go down to their cap, possibly resetting, killing the TD. But yeah, this is what I get for breaking my norm. Alright, so let's see if I can multitask here. And nice, you got the T29. Once you get the 105, it really makes that tank. We got a nice little win there. Pretty good match, especially being that we're against some tier 10s there. I lost some credits because I fired quite a bit of premium rounds. All right, so we have a. Excuse my scrolling. It looks like you guys are still in battles, so I'm just gonna hop along here. If anyone wants, basically, if anyone wants a platoon, send me a message if you know what tanks are on my request list work for you, and yeah, I'll send you an invite. Basically, first come, first serve. But if there's like a waning list for people, typically I fit you in after, you know, several battles for each person. All right. You little doggy. Hi. Yeah. He doesn't want to get up. So after I get a few matches in here, I kind of have a funny story. It involved someone eating a vegan burger today on our menu. I think people will get a kick out of it. I just laughed because you can't appease everybody in a restaurant. It's just kind of funny though. I'm gonna try to not get sidetracked here in the poodle though, since I need to not completely screw up where I set up in this tank. Alright, so their arty's already out here. That was fast. We have our typical too many people sitting. Yeah. I never get why TDs like one makes sense in that spot there. A VK 101P definitely does not make sense in that spot. But I wasn't expecting to get hit by arty that fast. He must have been pre-aiming there. Just waiting for this guy to push. Would have been nice if he was in the town, but really. I uncover the frickin' Strev S1. I knew the Type 64 was still. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh my god. Maybe it would have been better if I was sidetracked here, but. Oh lord. I like the poodle. Someone was very kind. Thank you again for buying this for me. This is not the match for me though in this tank. It's a good tank though. You know, it's basically a stock Panther, one tier lower. So there's nothing to complain about that. But that was not the thing to do in that tank though. Hello, T-Dog. But now that I'm dead here, the reason I didn't even think that TD was going to be out there because they weren't shooting at the VK 101, just kind of rolling across the field, which I'm like, maybe, you know, there's just the arty out there still. Maybe the Type 64. No, here's a TD out there too. Alright, so moving along. Next up is an arty, actually, the M53. M55. But so the story I want to. So today, basically during lunch, we had two people come in, and well, we had a lot more than that, but we got this order in. Basically, we have a lot of vegan stuff on our menu. But there's a vegan burger. Essentially, it's like black beans. There's some, I always pronounce it wrong, but seitan or seitan. Well, it's basically wheat gluten. There's like onions, garlic, other veggies and stuff. You know, basically your basic vegan patty. We make it in-house. I actually think it's decent. I wouldn't specifically go out to eat it if it was me, because I'm not a vegetarian or vegan, but you know, most of our vegan stuff we basically tailor to where if someone, you know, typically eats like, you know, say like they go out and eat like beef or chicken and stuff, they'll still enjoy it. So we had these two people come in, order, which hello, Doug, nice to see you. Thanks for tipping Levi. Here we go. I'm gonna make you get up, dog. You're being a little bit lazy. We had these two people, two ladies come in and order two vegan burgers. One put American cheese on it, which when I saw it came in, I was like, oh god. This is, I guess knew it was gonna turn out, something was gonna be wrong with this table here. Which, thank you very much for tipping Levi. So fast forward about like 20 minutes and our food runner comes back and he's just like cracking up. It took him a while to get back into the kitchen. Like this was after he took out like some other tables. And he's like, oh, I was just stuck at, you know, that table with two vegan burgers and our waitress is there too. He said this lady pulled them both aside and was yelling at them, saying, which I'll get to the kicker at the end here, saying this is literally the worst burger I have ever eaten in my life. You know, it tastes terrible. You should take it off the menu immediately and not feed it to anyone else because you're gonna make them sick. And our waitress basically, you know, did the right thing and like, can we get you anything else? You know, can we make you something else since you didn't like this and whatnot? And the lady's like, no, I'm keeping this. I'm taking it with me. We're right across from the beach. She's like, we're both taking ours over to the beach and we're feeding it to the frickin' seagulls over there. And it's like she literally took her food and walked across to do that too. But the thing was, this lady ordered something that specifically is called a vegan burger on our menu. It has no meat in it. It's all basically beans, veggies, what have you. And she she thought it was like, you know, an actual burger of something. And yeah, it was just you couldn't even do anything. Like there was no explaining it to her. I usually go out and try to like smooth things over, but this lady was like, she's probably honestly drunk. She was like screaming at them, like threatening to like throw it at frickin' birds and stuff in the lawn. Oh my god. But that was my experience for lunch today, which they are extremely close to spotting me. I'm gonna stick this out to try to kill this T-95 and see if I can do that before I die. There we go. I guess so. Like, they were trying to explain, basically, the waitress and our runner, that, you know, a vegan, it's under the vegan section of our menu. Like, basically we have say on breakfast, lunch, dinner, we probably have like 30 different vegetarian and vegan options. Like different combinations of food. But they tried explaining it to her, like, you know, this is specifically meant for like vegans, not that you have to be one to order it. You can order it if you want to, but otherwise she wasn't having it though. But anyway, all right, so moving on here. Obviously, you know, that wasn't the match you were hoping for as far as SPG Ace, but I tried my best there. There was nowhere else that I could run now. Well, the bun is vegan, yeah. We're, you know, we can't put stuff on a bun if it's not vegan, so. I already have a Luke's request, T-Dog. It's coming up after this. Oh, yes. She might have confused the two, but... Honestly, though, that was the first time I've ever seen someone order a vegan burger and put American cheese on it, so... Like, we have people, you know, put, like, other stuff, say, like, cheddar, what have you, and make it, like, a vegetarian burger, but I just find that to be a weird combination. But yeah, as far, like, we're one of the few, like, say, full-fledged restaurants in Cape May to where we basically have vegan and vegetarian options, not just like the tacky, like, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, tell your waitress and we can make something for you, or you have like the token, like one or two things. We have a lot of our menu is built around that. Well, honestly, like, a few of our cooks, like, I make them taste it. One guy won't eat any of the vegan stuff though, or vegetarian. Like, I make, you know, a lot of the people taste stuff, even if they don't specifically would order it. And this is like, they don't prep it, so it's not like they're prepping stuff, not tasting it, and it comes out wrong. This is stuff either me or my brother prep, and it's already done. But like, there's stuff that when I'm making, say, like, somebody ordering a, I don't know, like, honestly, even tofu. I don't really like tofu, but the tofu that we do is pretty tasty, to where I often, I sneak a little bit. If I'm making someone like tofu tacos, I'll make an extra one for myself, and people look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're eating that? Tastes freaking delicious." Doesn't sound delicious, but it only takes about 2 minutes for it to make because it's freaking tofu. A venison burger. Well, my brother actually has a lot of venison at the restaurant right now. We're not selling it though because it's his, but you can't exactly sell something that you shot, so. I'm gonna have to catch up on the chat shortly because this tank is not the easiest to position and fire. Well, yes, honestly, like it probably came out wrong the way I said it, but like the way kitchens work though, like our restaurant, we have the two people I work with in the morning. They're pretty much, you know, just line cooks to where they cook orders to where you don't necessarily need to taste, say, like, say the marinated tofu I have, or the seitan. I say that wrong. It's somewhere between seitan and Satan. Or like a vegan burger. You pretty much just need to know how to cook it, to where I do my best to make everyone taste everything, but, you know, if people don't like something, you can't force them to taste it. As long as they're cooking it right, that's fine with me. Because as far as prep goes, I do pretty much for like our menu in the morning and afternoon. I do all the prep for like the main ingredients, and more or less the cooks, like they're like, say, chopping the onions, mushrooms, slicing cheese, stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't need like prepared, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain if you haven't worked in a kitchen now. But basically it boils down to, there's a difference between, say, a chef, sous chef, head cook, and, say, a line cook in a kitchen. Hello, what to say? Yep, anime. Or no, you're a mine. A mine? There you go. Honestly, I kind of feel that way a lot, Uber, to be honest. Not to say I'm antisocial, though, but I enjoy my alone time. I'll say that. Well, Ryan's excluded from that, and Levi. They're alright. Yeah. I figured something like that might happen, but oh well. I was expecting to get shot by one of these two guys and not all the way from over there. I went from really liking the AMX AC, what is it, 46? I'll honestly say this tank is terrible, the tier 8 one. Hello, John Tuffy and Duck Lee. Vegan omelets. It's hello, Poser. Kind of a Nitbot. In a way, yeah, you could say that. But, you know, they definitely not, they do work hard. It's just, it's a different kind of work. Thank you very much, Andy, for the subscription. Yes, I am American. As far as like vegan omelets though, on our menu it does say like right under like we have a bunch of like pre-made omelets that I change pretty much at the end of the year. The worst selling one I drop and I add a new one on. So, but more or less we have like build your own omelet for anything that we have in the morning available. You can put in it. Like we get some weird stuff. Like last week we had somebody get it like 2 or 3 days in a row. It was bacon, lobster, asparagus, and it was like, I forget what kind of cheese. It was like cheddar or like provolone or something in it. Like every day for an omelet. It's a little bit of a weird combination for me, but yeah, they're paying for it, so you can get whatever you want. But under that, yes, we can make, it's not a vegan omelet, it's a vegan scramble. Basically going under, basically you're making an omelet, but it's a vegan scramble to where we basically saute everything up, and instead of egg, it's just diced up tofu. So I do have the PZ1C on Tuffy. I saw your request there. Unfortunately, not exactly the best match for me last match, but eh. You can Google what a Wooloo is. It's from a game I used to play. It should pop up on Google search if you type like define Wooloo or what is a Wooloo. Hello Rick, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm from Alabama. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I would die down there with mosquitoes and humidity. I already hate the summer in New Jersey with the freaking humidity we get here. Well, you can't have freaking the best crews in over 240 tanks. Can't have them in all of them. Honestly, though, you know, I take tank requests every stream, but, you know, if I'm just, like, playing on my own, I do not play unless it's grinding, which is very rare under tier 6. I don't play under basically tier 6 because even that's kind of pushing it. I think the game tier 8 to 10, granted some of the most recent buffs and changes I think are basically just power creeping everything even further. I think the game under tier 8 is just it's terrible because they don't basically rebalance anything and they just keep buffing high tier tanks. That's why, you know, I don't really play under, you know, the high tiers if I'm just picking tanks on my own. Hey, if you want to fund a full premium in this tank, you can fund that for me. I need to buy some tanks though. I'm not popping out there. I wanted to try to get lucky. Hello, Super Cat, and X. Let's just call you X. Up to date Braille menu? No, we do not. Yeah, me penning him. I don't even know why I shot that. Yeah, if anyone, you know, not that Cape May is the easiest place to travel to since it's kind of out of the way, but if anyone does ever stop by, you just gotta, you know, you give me at least a couple day heads up. Just to make sure I'm actually there. I'm there almost every day though. And also that I can make sure that the wait staff actually notifies me that somebody that I know is out there. They're not always the best at communicating. You know, that extra 30 seconds it takes to walk back to the kitchen. Otherwise, I'm just like sprinting around the kitchen, prepping to no end. Hello, fix it. It said Javanese for body hair? That's weird if it says that. I set him on fire. I think he's a little bit angry at me right now, though. Just a little bit. He was trying his best to kill me, though. Honestly, a Wooloo, it's from the game Shatter Galaxy, which Wednesday, I should be able to stream Wednesday morning. I shouldn't have to cancel it. I might start off just with streaming that for, you know, maybe like 20-30 minutes. I'm probably just going to pop on the stream early. I'm not going to cut into World of Tanks time, so I don't know why I'm driving straight into him, but I am. If anyone interested to seeing Shatter Galaxy, Wednesday, you'll get a glimpse of it on the stream. I think I have it set up to where it'll work. But basically, Wooloo, it just means, more or less, it means a new player from that game, Shatter Galaxy. Basically, it was a game, first game I ever played that was like an online MMO, like PvP game for the PC back in the early 2000s. But more or less, it meant a new player that didn't necessarily want to improve. Like, they were just content with, you know, being... I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm gonna die by somebody who's probably a bot. Ah. Abort. I got killed by a frickin'... I was the first one to die, too. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. Which actually, Shatter Galaxy, they have mainly on weekends, but in the morning time for the US. Basically, a lot of people that play it right now are from Singapore, but a lot of the old player base is getting back and playing the game because the company that's basically hosting the last Shatter Galaxy server, it's called Crew. They gave everyone basically free, basically a payer account. So instead of paying like $15 a month, because people did actually pay for the game still, they gave everyone basically free paid accounts, which is very important in that game. And a lot of people are getting back online and playing it to where there is actually, I think this past weekend, for a game as old as this is, there's about 200 people online. That's, you know, from a game that came out in the early 2000s. That's a pretty decent population. But fortunately, someone that I know is very nice to where I can log onto their account. Because unfortunately, I don't have access to my old account that actually has... it's like leveled up and everything. The emails I used way back then when I was... I don't even know what age I was. Are long gone, so... Good morning to you too, Abdul. Yeah, Eve. The people that I know from Shatter Galaxy actually were very big into Eve, especially in the early days. I tried Eve for a bit, but I just didn't want to get into that amount of time that it needs. What games do I play, T-Dog? Right now, mainly against World of Tanks, but there's also a game called Dreadnought, I would say. I'm actually interested. I don't know if I want to get myself into this, though. A game called Stellaris. It's basically kind of like Civilization in space. I'm sure some people have heard of it here, but I'm actually very curious to play that. It looks really cool. I just don't know if I have a ton of time to do it. But if you played Eve a lot, you might have heard of them. Their corp name was, I believe in Eve, it was Cry Havoc. I think that was Eve. Yeah, their corp name. Because in Shatter Galaxy, it was called Regiments in that game, basically a clan. Our name was Ichiran Calvary and Inherjar. Not exactly the easiest names to pronounce, but yeah. tried to get lucky there. There goes our T-49 just diving in there. Thank you very much, Rick, for the tip. And hello, Latif. I agree, Dean. That's the tank I'm going for, too. I think that's one of the better tier 10 lights. I was about to say the the give command I have actually disabled. That is how you use it though. It's just I have it disabled since the only way it works is if you actually you can't use a username, you have to use their channel ID. So that's like the URL to their channel. So it's a little bit difficult and clunky to use. John. Yeah, it doesn't go off a username. That's why I just disabled it. Alright, so I can't push here. I didn't go to the other side because I knew I wasn't going to be able to push over there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to spot that T-49. He could see me. I really like the Lorraine 40T. Against tier 10s though, not so much. Not moving. Getting a little jittery here. Here we go. Got Beowulf. I think the best tier 10 lights, honestly, are the Sheridan with the 105mm, not the derp gun, and also the WZ-132. I'm right there with you, Graham. Fortunately for this match, I saw myself dying, and I kinda... Yeah, I shouldn't have just pushed up there. And I pulled myself back. Unfortunately, I didn't do it there again, though. Basically, there's a command that Fussbot has. You can give people your coins, but I have it disabled. Just because even, like, for me, getting it to actually work is... It's extremely, difficult. You have to basically get the user ID of somebody, which isn't the easiest thing to do. It's not just typing in a username. Yep, and I'm dead. Wasn't expecting to get spotted, but yeah. I guess I did just go right to that bush. Did end up with 1100 damage, 1200 spotting, so it's not all terrible. To thank you very much again for the tip, though. He is very welcome to promote it if you would like, Canadian. Alrighty then. We should have this, but yeah, well, British, they don't exactly have many lights that would fit in the high tiers from that era. Yeah, that's pretty much, you know, why I haven't really said anything. It's just, you know, you don't have a basically, you know, a good amount of videos up to really, you know, push people towards it. So that's why I haven't mentioned it. Plus, you know, like I'm always one, like, some people, you know, say face to face, real life, or at work, think I'm kind of like rude and stuff, because at times, like, I'm not gonna like push somebody to do something, or like help somebody. I'd rather them basically figure it out and do it themselves. Unless, like, take like work, I show people to do stuff at work because that's, you know, it's my job. But if it's something that doesn't affect like the day-to-day basis of a restaurant, or it's like somebody who, yeah, it's just as a certain situation, I feel like I'm not going to push the issue. Like, they can say something, ask me, and I'd be glad to help. But I'm not one to, you know, push the issue, because you never know what somebody's thoughts are. And that probably comes from me having anxiety basically for my whole life, to where, you know, for a lot of my life, people tried to like push me into situations that I wasn't comfortable with, and not all of them, you know, knew that it basically made me anxious and I didn't want to do it for that reason. But some of them did. It's just something, you never know what somebody's side of the story is. So well, as far as the marks of excellence go, Uber, it doesn't have anything to do with winning and losing. The only calculation that you have from that is for standard tanks. Already it takes stun into effect now. But so with marks of excellence, it's based off of the direct damage that you do to a tank, plus the spotting slash assist damage that you do to a tank. So that's why at times I mention, you know, if you're, say, rolling with 3 tanks around you and yourself, coming on an enemy, try to shoot him in the track wheel if you want a mark of excellence. I don't go for them specifically, but for those that do, if you shoot them in the track wheel and they have full HP, you might do, say, like 400 damage in this. But if you track them, you're going to get all that assist damage too, which, you know, can rack up to, say, 1,000 combined instead of just 400. But what probably happened in your case is it takes into account basically the average between damage and assist across the 100 battles. So if you only have, say, 50 battles in a tank, you know, your number basically can fluctuate a lot, to where even if you have a somewhat bad match, it more or less still might go up if, you know, you don't have that many battles in a tank. Once you get over 100, essentially, from my understanding from it, is the way they calculate it is, it's not like it drops your oldest 100th, you know, match way back when. It basically just calculates the average damage, and it, I don't know, it's just, it's confusing in a way. I'd have to honestly read it and touch up on it to comment exactly, but more or less it's strictly based off of your damage and assist for a mark of excellence. It has nothing to do with winning, losing, experience gain, what have you. So your case was, your average probably went up in that loss strictly from playing one more battle, and also, you know, maybe you got assist damage or something. So Big Bag JPZ. And an eye on him. Oh, he figured out my trick. Too bad that he's not around to... He drove right into that T-124. Guys gonna reset me? Yes, no, maybe so. Got 1 second. They did it! Yay! I was never actually planning to cap. Typically I do, but in this specific case, we're so far ahead it doesn't matter if we cap or not. We're gonna win regardless. I'm just not one to get off a cap if I have a fair amount of cap points. It's your first game in a while. That's why over. Basically, the average number that they base off of for Marsa Excellence, it's based off of the most recent. It's not exactly stated how long it is. It's probably like a week's worth of data for everybody playing that tank, and it comes up with like the average number for damage and assist damage for everyone playing it. So if you don't play a tank in a while, and say you have, you know, you're sitting right below, say like a 3 mark or a 2 mark or what have you, and you play one battle in it, it basically updates your standing for that tank to where even if you're above that mark before that, it's not going to update without you playing one battle in that tank, if that makes sense. Basically, you have to play a battle in a tank to get a mark of excellence, even if you already technically have it, for tanks that you haven't played in a while. It just doesn't like automatically update and put it on there unless you play it. Alright, so I have an M41 here. Pretty sure that was the Walker Bulldog. Hopefully I didn't write down the wrong tank. Can you say my name? Well, I said Steven. Saying... Oh my god. Steven? It's probably wrong, which is why I'm laughing. Fevin? Maybe? Maybe it's Fevin. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. That sounds very interesting, Graham. Eventually, Dean. It just... The only tank in that line, honestly, is the AMX 50B I would like, to be honest. I was pushing down it years ago, and then I stopped because I didn't really want to go through tier 7, 8, and 9. Back then they weren't buffed, and they're alright, but nothing special. Which tank would you like for the challenge, Labobo? That's right, Fevin, the second one, I'm guessing. Holy crap, I got something right for once. I'm usually bad with pronouncing people's names. Or speaking in general. VK4502V, sure thing. I'll get to that up next here. So I have about an hour left for platooning here. If anybody else had wanted to, you know, pop in, you know, just message me. Otherwise, you know, I have an hour left of platooning before I go solo here. Hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. Since I got spotted, I'm not gonna pop out here at this very moment. Yep, because they're a waiting there. Oh, the first one? I forget what I said. Bevan? No, I forget. I thought it was the second one. Oh my god. Hello, Ben. Hey, he can get all the damage, and I'll just block all the damage. That'll still work. Why can't I hit anything? Don't necessarily want to stay in this spot for a very long time, but not seeing anywhere else that I really can go to now. Right now, to be honest. Oh my god. I just rolled right into that. Hello, Dana. Nice to see you. Alright, maybe they'll start shooting that guy. And I'll just take a useless shot at the E75. I do need to help that M103. Alright, M103, now's your chance to do something. Like, shoot the T-54 Mod 1, or not. Yep, because you're about to get, basically... I'm trying to help him. Come on, anybody. I'm not accomplishing anything here, except for basically just holding their tanks in one spot. Which he's about to get dropped in on. Wasting a lot of credits by firing heat, but the only way I can kind of almost guarantee that I'm gonna actually pen him. Crap. Huh. That sucks, Labobo. That's a pretty long shift, basically. Right. That works for me. Don't know why he just did that, but I'm not complaining that much. Hey, don't do that. No. He was licking his paw that he's not supposed to lick. Now I'm just kind of stuck here. I don't have 6th sense, but I kind of know that I'm proxy spotted sometimes here. Yeah. And I stuck out there a little bit too long. Yay. I know, Victor. It's just I can't change. I can't change the stuff from that if you're talking about the dice roll. I said in the beginning of the stream, basically the update for Fussbot came out 30 minutes before the stream, and the guy, you know, he knows that he misspelled a couple things, but there's nothing, you know, I can do about it. I can disable it, but that wouldn't be any fun. Hello, B-Mavs, nice to see you. A lot of the stuff outside of the little messages I have Levi spamming every stream, everything's basically generated by the bot. And you can't change the feedback too much from, say, like gambling and what have you. Hello, Stay Gaming. And Phoenix, nice to see you. Alright, Graham, you can win this for us. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, Dean. Alright, so up after this, we have a challenge that Lobobo purchased. Basically, I'm going to be playing the VK4502B. I've got to do 2.5 times the damage, assist damage, and block damage combined for the HP total. So it equates to about, what was it, like 4,850 between all of them. Let's see what this Type 4 Heavy did, since he said our team was terrible. Yeah, he actually did his job. But, I don't always like that. I like that, Matt. John, fix it. Sorry, I'm just getting a little confused here right now. Alright, we lost connection with Graham. Not the kicky Graham, but I'm getting a little confused there right now. I know Master doesn't have a tier 9. Send... This is where I get confused doing this. Alright, I'll send you an invite after one more battle here. There's a ghost behind me? That's just Levi. He usually sits under the microphone here. More or less, he usually sits under a microphone here, and you hear me kind of remind him he's being bad. He whines a lot. We've broken him of a lot of the bad habits he had before we got him. Like, it's only been about a year and a half. Like, it's been Ryan's family's dog, but the people that had him before we didn't exactly take care of him. To where he gets regressed into a very, not to say annoying, but yeah. He basically had to whine to survive. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to... Alright, so I'll catch up on the chat here in a bit, since this is a challenge. My favorite tank's a T110E3, but yeah, the rest I'm gonna have to hold off on catching up with. I'm just really confused with the platooning and challenge and a lot of things right now, so... Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to go back to base already. You're probably gonna win this one, to be honest. So yeah, most of the noises you hear though are honestly Levi. He could be snoring, whining, trying to lick his paws and his legs. He's like a cat. Yeah, I'm talking about you. This is just not a good situation for us. I should have just stayed around the base in the beginning, but... But I hate American maps for a reason. They're just some of the least balanced maps as far as how they end up playing. I can't push out here any further. I can shoot underneath. Just if you push out past the flag. Unfortunately, yeah, I couldn't really type that fast for you, John. You push past the flag, people can shoot you across in the two line pretty easily. That's why the derp gun sucks on T49s, because most T49 drivers play it like that. They just try to rush into you, well, you know, they don't care if they live or die. They end up not doing that much damage. And I missed them. They're already finally realized that he should be shooting me. It's kind of what I was afraid of. But yeah, now we have an object in the center here. This isn't the perfect spot to be in, but it definitely helps sometimes. Yep, I'm tracked. I'm gonna die here very, very shortly. So, you're gonna win this. Congratulations. It's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Go figure that our T-49 was basically camping. Yeah, he was literally sitting there doing nothing. Honestly, you're going on my blacklist for that. he wasn't even anywhere that he could shoot anybody. So it happens though. Alright, so let me fix that. Thank you for platooning for a bit, Roth. I'll send fix it invite here. Give a T-29 up. Trying to remember what master can play. Hello, corrupt. I can add the Churchill. Yes, I do have that. I was hoping I was gonna get it too, but there's a reason I don't like those maps, and yeah. I will probably say I'm gonna close the tank request here. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. With how much time I have left, because I'm gonna basically be platooning for the next 40 minutes, give or take a little bit. After that, I'm gonna solo, pretty much grind tanks and just pick whatever comes to mind. But yeah, congrats on winning the challenge. I could have clawed my way back there, but unfortunately, we didn't have anyone spotting in between me and the town. It was too important for our T-49 to protect our arty by sitting it right next to it. That always works out. Never works. I always find it funny, like, throughout all the years of people playing, the people that are like, oh, I'm protecting arty. You say it a lot in mid-tier matches, though. And they're like sitting right next to them. By the time someone gets close enough that you can shoot them, they've already spotted your SPG and they're about to die. So your best chance to protecting and helping your arty is actually to push out. Because the further away you are from them, the further away the enemies are typically. But I don't think people at times understand that. Alright, this is a tier 8 match. However, it appears to me that they are pushing the other side. I did not go to that side because while this does fight good on hills, and basically I didn't want to fight close up here because I get basically outbrawled, and I didn't want to sit back here because they have 3 SPGs and I'd basically get arty'd to death. However, pushing down this flank at this point it's kind of a moot point. They're going to be at our base and they're going to take our arty out before we can actually win this flank. But it's what I got right now. Kind of have to stick with it at this point. Turning back, you know, basically right now is not going to do anything. What does suck though is, like, for SPGs, like, it sucks for the SU-14 too, but if you see one flank pushing extremely hard on the enemy team and your team only has 2 tanks there, you best just keep running away before they can get to a spot to spot you. Ours is kind of sat there like deer in headlights. They had a chance to run away. The Crusader barely got away, but he's gonna burn out. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit, Dana. Alright, they're gonna go the capping route, which sucks since I'm not gonna be able to get there in time, but doesn't look like anybody else is really, yeah, not gonna push out. I just hate losing by capping, but I hate even more people in a spot to basically, thank God, the SPG gets reset somebody by chance, basically. Right, reset him a little bit. He's more or less right there. I took my last shot, but oh well. Too many bushes in between me and them. Just sucks though, because we had a T-25 too that could have spotted, and he just sat there. Nothing. Thanks for tipping Levi a biscuit too, Uber. This is what it is though. It's one of those matches that you just forget about and you move along. But it seems to be mid-tiers where that always happens for me. We have an IKV 90. Since we have a double tip here, I'll give him, uh-oh, I dropped one. Give him like a nice handful of these things. They're basically like almost like training biscuits, where they're really small. Hey, little bud. They're over there, dum-dum. Alright, I have not played this tank in some time, and I haven't played it all that much, to be honest. There's one more over that way. And there's one over there. Alright. Come here. Let me fix it. I think he has one stuck on his tongue. There we go. He's all better now. No, that's all you're getting right now, dog. He had one like stuck on his tongue and it wouldn't go down. Thank you for tipping Levi, you guys. Well, I don't know, the Swedish TDs, I think even the mid-tier ones are pretty good. The main thing going against them, which is a lot of TDs with no armor against them, is it's not necessarily the tank's bad, it's just with how World of Tanks is now, everything is just situated towards basically mediums, and you know, armor does play a role, less at mid tiers, but basically squishy targets without turrets don't work out too well because you're kind of stuck into a role and you can't be flexible. Like basically being able to cover more than just the long range support role, you know, it's very important. And TDs with no turrets, no armor, and low HP, they just can't do many things, unfortunately. No, you just got like 10 biscuits. I'm not falling for it, dude. He's like bopping me with his nose. Go, and he's dead. Don't think that they can spot me here. WZ-132 strayed a little bit too close to the sun there. Well, it's just as you start getting into higher tiers, if like this alpha isn't, it's not like overwhelming for a tier 7, where you start facing like tier 8s and 9s that have a lot of HP, because the HP starts ramping up at tier 8, where it becomes a lot less significant, you know, your DPM and your damage capability, when you're more or less like tickling a tank, and they come along and they, like some guns at tier 8 can take off 750, if not more, if they get a high roll, they can one-shot you, and you know, you're doing like, say, 240 damage a shot here, to where in a tank like that, if I'm in the high alpha tank, I'm just like, okay, I can roll around a corner, I can take, what, 2 or 3 hits from you, and I can still do more damage in one shot. So it just kind of forces you to, you know, play very conservatively, which doesn't always work out very well. I want to help that T-54, but yeah. Thank you very much, Lobobo, for the tip. Why'd you have to go left? I would have had him if he went right, but oh well. Fortunately, this thing does have a bit of penetration. That definitely helps. I don't think I'm gonna get another shot on him. He's got 2 more shots. Feel significantly less bad for throwing gold at him because he was throwing gold too. Can't believe I missed that though. That's a big miss. If he gets away, and he doesn't. I don't know why you'd be trying to watch it 1.5 times speed, but I don't know what to tell you about that. I was gonna say, it'd be nice if our A44 moved up. Hint, hint. Or, you know, the guys over... I was about to say, if they don't kill the Scorpion G flanking our T-54, there's some problems. This is a joke. Ha ha. I don't always get jokes quickly. Luckily, I know that there's a lot of bushes in this area. He can still blind fire me. Go. Got that little sucker out. Oh shit, that dude went all the way over here? Holy crap. Our A44 is actually... He's actually across the map. Holy... I was not expecting him to leave a flag. He was on that thing. Did not look like he was getting off of it either. Ah, I can't ram him. I rammed him, I did 0 damage and he had 1 HP. Hey little dog, I know you're so alert right now. Go back to bed. Actually my best match in this so far. Not that I have a lot of battles in it. But Mastery Badge First Class, 2100 damage. Not too shabby in this little thing. Add something to the chatbot shop. Hello, Tank World. Nice to see you. Let's say I have about a little under. Everyone's leaving me. Yeah, I only have, you know, maybe like 3 or 4 matches here left that I'm gonna be platooning before I go solo anyway. Found a way to reheat pizza? Honestly, if I ever have pizza, I don't even heat it back up. I just eat it cold. Then again, I do that for a lot of stuff. Ryan thinks it's extremely weird. But when you work in a kitchen for as long as I have, not that I'm extremely old, but I grew up in a restaurant business, you tend to eat things as fast as possible. It's like today, throughout working from 5 to like a little after 3, I ate a grand total, outside of like little things I was like prepping, like I might eat like a piece of celery here or there. I think I had like 2 very small chicken wings because they were so tiny I wasn't gonna give them to somebody. But yeah. I don't even know where I want to go. Why do I get city maps and this tank? It makes me just want to move on to the tier 9 because I'm going to be free XPing a lot of this anyway, because I'm not going to be able to grind everything out before the patch hits. Well, I am very tempted just to go on to the tier 9. After the patch, though, this tank will be, I would say, competitive. Not necessarily, you know, like the best, but it'll at least be competitive. The gun will actually make it worthwhile to have the chassis that is on. That probably doesn't make sense. Just playing this thing, I feel like I'm seasick sometimes with how long and clunky it is, because the gun doesn't really have a lot of left and right movement. What did it, I don't even know what killed him. Meal 2 got him. Thank you very much, Exedium. I just called you X earlier for the tip. Probably botched your name. But thank you very much for the tip. I'm about to get blanked and I'm gonna die. Didn't even get another shot off. Oh well, sad face. Oh well. Let me update the goal here. Yeah, they're doing it that soon. As far as the servers changing into one. Well, happy birthday, Jacob, if I don't see you on Wednesday. Awesome. I just saw, yeah, I can see the announcement here. That's great. I talked about it yesterday where I saw a lot of people were talking about it, but they pulled down the official announcement. They posted it, then pulled it down within a couple hours. And basically, the NA server as you know it is no more. It's going back to... Honestly, I never got why they split the servers. When I first started, it was just one NA server. And the ping, you know, it's fine. Granted, it was located in Washington, D.C. Back then, the one server. But more or less, yeah, it looks like Wednesday, they're combining NA East and NA West into basically just, it's going to be the NA server. And it's going to be located, unless it said specifically in the article I didn't see, it should be in Texas. So your ping might rise a little bit, but it's going to be more stable and work out a lot better. And, you know, the population's going to be higher for everybody. Hello, Beaver. Nice to see you. The new one, I think the Foch 50B is a very good tank. I don't think it's crazily broken like some people make it out to be, but I think it's definitely a good tank. It's just, you know, the current Foch 155 is terrible for a reason. The gun, it's scary, but it almost never lands all of its shots, and it takes forever to actually shoot them, to where, yeah, it has one of the worst win rates at tier 10 for a reason. Well, yeah, for tank group, that's always been there, Graham. The PZ2J. They give out, just guessing here, about every tank rewards, they give out like five of them to people every single time. What about Klaus? Alright, fix it. You got this. Sorry, I have a little dog here that keeps trying to squeeze biscuits out of me. Yeah, unfortunately, this was not our... it's not the new waffle trogger. People, honestly, a lot of the videos that are hyping it up to be completely overpowered and whatnot, it happens every like controversial or new tank to where it's always, especially with premiums, but it's not a premium, it's always like the end all be all. But basically, let me get into this match before I start here. I saw your message, Graham. Yes, I know it's a TSA. I've seen Path of Exiles, though. A lot of people I've played games with, the Shattered Galaxy people, play it. I just wish I had more time to try out some new games right now. Almost past summer, though, where my schedule starts freeing up. But the Foch 50B, more or less, the waffle trigger was broken because it had a turret. It didn't have good armor. The hull had a little bit of armor, but basically the waffle trigger dished out more damage in a shorter amount of time, had more penetration with the standard, and I believe the premium round had a lot more penetration too. You had two different flavors, the 12.8 centimeter and the 15 centimeter, and it basically is a completely different tank in a way. The Foch 50B doesn't have a turret, doesn't really have a chassis that, you know, the left and right movement on the gun isn't that great. Gun depression, it's not terrible, but you're not going to be hold down in that tank because it has weak spots on the front or the top. Even with the side armor buffs, the side armor is still terrible to where even angling slightly wrong in a way, you're going to die quickly. It's not bad, it's just, it's a lot harder to use its gun than a waffle trigger that you could basically just zoom around the map in that thing and just clip a tank and, you know, run away for a little bit. It's completely different to where having a turret versus not having a turret and being on that chassis very low to the ground really limits what you can do, to where the gun stats it has are definitely well deserved. Well, the KV2, I know you really like this. I think the KV2 is still better, though. It's all good, Jacob. Well, hopefully you have a good birthday on Wednesday. Sleep is important. Can I get by? Thank you. I know nobody wants to get shot, except for me. I probably should have went up this road, but oh well. Fall back. Got him right where I want him. Except for missing that shot, that's not good. Dirty move there. Premium AP. No, I'm almost falling off. I'm a little bit too wide. Honestly though, we need to push because they're just this. I'm not even gonna ping because that's just gonna get annoying for everybody. But yeah, sitting in one spot and losing the rest of the map doesn't work out very well. Not too much we can do about it. Nah. And of course I shot way too far ahead. Oh, he's gonna dirt me. Oh well. Alright, so up next I have the PZ-1C and then the mouse. And then I have 3 more tank requests after that. That's awesome of him, Jacob. Maybe he'll get you the Lorraine 40T, that's on sale. Unless you mean me. I don't think you mean me though. Yeah, pretty much Clint, but it happens. Honestly, I should have I should have pushed to where I usually do, to where there were these 2 tanks here, but I would have been able, once that heavy tank moved, to get into this center spot to where I could have pushed and then we could have pushed up safely, but hey, anyone that joins the our clan here, I don't promise much as far as clan stuff goes. It is a blank canvas though for anybody that does want to do any clan activities or invite people. I tend to give everyone permission to invite people as long as they're not like trolls and stuff. I know, I was very close to falling in there, but yeah, I wasn't gonna fall in there. I've done that enough times to where I make sure to pay extra attention not to fall into the water. And so we have PZ-1C. Oh lord, I can't even... Oh, I know why I can't find it. It's all the way down here. See you fix it. Thanks for platooning. Well, the 40T, I think it's a very good premium. It's one of the better ones. As far as, say, net earning for credits. OI hater. I don't hate the OI, I just... It's way too large, and the armor, while it is decent, there's so much premium rounds nowadays, it just doesn't... It doesn't make up for the fact that it's so large, because the armor doesn't really mean all that much. Thank you again, Fix It, for platooning. Take that, old Stewart. Mid and low tiers have not been my thing today, though. Hey, granted, it's kind of rare when I do well in low tier tanks here. I have to like be on point. It's just I haven't wanted to say it, but as far as mid-tier matches go, I feel like you get better matches when you basically use your team as meat shields and basically use other people as bait. Sounds mean, but I find that kind of to be the case when it comes to mid and low tier matches. There's less incentive for you to push out because the time to kill a tank in low tiers is so low to where you're better off just kind of sitting somewhere, letting someone else sorry for shooting you. Letting someone else spot the tanks and get shot at while you just rake in the damage. That's where I tend not to do very well because I don't really like to play like that. Jacob, I'll do an E50 request for you, but I'm not going to be taking any other requests here. But since it's your birthday on Wednesday, I'll play an E50. Sorry, LTTP. I think that's, yeah, that's what it was, or LTP. That was an expensive round. Come on. Nah. I should have aimed up higher. I was pretty much aiming as low as it could go. That's not good for that tank. That should be fine to get through. Ah, look, there's somebody protecting their arty. Uh-oh. That was the most damage I was gonna get there if I let him ram me. Well, that's not necessarily low tiers though. But, oh god, my body just wants to be like curled up in a ball today after working as much as I did this past week. But yeah, lights, you know, typically being aggressive in lights is what you have to do to get the job done. Pretty decent matches though by both of us here. Our team should get a nice little win there. Alright, so I got a mouse coming up next here. What? You can't be that hungry. This is what I deal with on a daily basis. Hi. You don't even have a toy, do you? Fine. He acts like I don't feed him dinner. Granted, he is on medication, so that might be making him a little bit hungrier than usual. So if you're asking which one you should go for, I'd probably, not that I very like it, the T-25-2, just because there's other tanks in that line that are good. Hello, Daniel. Which, Dana, I think he was saying he's a noob. But sorry for that, Daniel. It's all good though, Dana. just hope I can get up to the fight before we start losing people. I do have a guide on WoTguru.com now, which I have to update for the next patch, but it's called Which Tank Line is Right for You. You can even Google it, World of Tanks, Which Tank Line, and it pops up. It helps you decide kind of what line or specific tank kind of fits your playstyle. Dana banned a noob, oh my god. It wasn't personal, Daniel Klatt. Oops, sorry, little bat. Unfortunately, this is the difference between having gold rounds, which I'm using them here because it's part of the game, and not having them. This poor mouse isn't using them, and he can't really penetrate anything. Well, I'm angled a lot better than he is. He's not angling his turret, but you know, that's the problem with the game. Yes, I know I'm contributing to it, but it is what it is. It's World of Tanks right now. A lot of high tier tanks are now balanced around basically gold rounds, so you either use them or you don't. Granted, I could have penned him for the right underneath that mud flap regardless, but now he's a little over angled now. Is what it is though. I feel a little bit bad because, you know, he was playing, not to say gold rounds aren't fair, because, you know, I think, you know, they're basically synonymous with World of Tanks right now. But that's pretty much the best example you're gonna get between having premium rounds and not. Being in the same tank, one can penetrate the other, and the other, you know, the other can't do anything against it. You got that right, Uber. Yeah, I need to fix that. I can fix that after, by next stream, hopefully. I don't know whether or not to go back to the base, but I think most of them are going to come this way, which really if I head back to base, it's going to just let basically all these guys out here die, which won't solve anything. Hide behind me, IS-3. Get on the cap, dude. Oh, we have a very, very small window. They're about to reset us. And we won. Awesome. That was pretty close. Which thank you very much, Labobo, for taking a very much needed break from work. Thank you very much for the tip. Which that was only a Mastery Badge 3rd class in the mouse. That's how overpowered this thing is right now. Or not even overpowered, but unbalanced, I should say. Got a steel wall, high caliber, 7,500 damage. It's just, if you don't have gold rounds, this thing is very hard to beat. So, yeah. Pretty decent match though. Yeah. If their mouse had even 1 or 2 APCR rounds, it would have been a completely different story there. Alright, so I'll do one more. I don't think he has a tier 9, so I will get to the WZ132A. Let me hop into the Matilda though. Thank you very much, guys. That was a really fun match there. Thank you, guys. But yeah, the mouse is getting nerfed for a very good reason. The only thing going against it right now is just top speed. Because it's not even that, not to say it's not mobile, or it is mobile, because it is slow, but it moves around very well in brawling situations as far as turning and you know what I mean. It's just not fast, but otherwise it has everything else: DPM, alpha, HP, armor. Yeah. So, but yeah, only a 3rd class. That's why the mouse is getting nerfed. So. That was pretty. It was a little bit risky, but that's the only way I saw us winning, was going for the cap, and it worked out. Fortunately, I'm a tier 4 and a tier 6 map, so this might go pretty bad. Gonna hope that their M44 doesn't hit me. But IS4, I would say, not this patch coming out here in a week or two. Patch after that, you will see IS4 buffs. Again, it's not guaranteed, but I have a very strong feeling you'll see them. Oopsie-daisy. Stop shooting under him. There we go. Alright, Lee. The first lead died, so pulling up there was obviously the best idea you ever had. Sorry for cutting you off. I'm just going for it here. Sliding off might get me killed there. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I'm chasing after an Excelsior, but I am. It has very good rear armor. Oh god, his name is I Like My Bacon Crispy. I hate people. Mainly our wait staff. They'll put in... it's just a waste of time. Time after time, they write in underneath all the side orders of bacon. Crispy, extra crispy, super crispy. Like, the bacon's freaking cooked. We can't do anything to it. Like, it's either crispy or it's not. Like, say like throwing bacon in the oven or the flat top right before you send it out actually makes it softer. It takes a few minutes to crisp back up, but I hate when like there'll be orders where especially if it's a new waiter, it'll be like 5 things that's crispy on everything. Drives me insane. I have no idea, Jacob. I would probably guess the 3485M. I don't play strongholds or anything. Yeah. That's the problem with the M3 Lee. Those two people were probably like, ah, this is the worst tank ever. Like, yeah, you don't do that in a Lee. Vegan burgers for the win? I have nothing against vegans, except for the, it's not even just them, but I really hate people that are like the ones that, like, we have people where a lot of our menu has vegan options specifically that are vegan, not just like tacked onto a menu. To where we have people that are vegan order something with like chicken or steak that's like the central thing of a dish, and it's a little bit different for like, say like lunch, to where, you know, you're eating like sandwiches and, you know, things like that, and they want us to make it vegan. I'm like, have you not seen the rest of the menu? Like, unfortunately I have to tell them no most of the time, because, you know, I can't, you know, even just like 5 minutes is a lot of time in when you're in doing service. You can't just stop and prep one thing when you have like 10, 15 other things you're cooking at the same time. So sorry, Master, I can't type during a match here. Let's say that'll get you banned. I'm just kidding. Decisions. I'm probably gonna die right from this TD. Yeah, I don't know where he went. Set him on fire though. Awesome. No, my meat shield died. Yeah, I'm dead. Trust me, I almost need days off more. Like, I'm exhausted here. But yeah, from what you said earlier, I almost need days off just getting away from people. As far as like the ticket machine, stuff like that. Thank you very much for everyone that platoon tonight. Alright, I'll check back on that Matilda match afterwards. Thanks, Master, and everyone else that, you know, platoon tonight. Alright, let me get a couple personal reserves going here. I got the WZ132A up first here. Finish these requests. I got that, Churchill 1, and the E50. Then I'll be doing doubles I need to do, and just picking random tanks as well. Ordering chili without beans, yes. Thank you very much, the ghost, who's totally not, I'm not even gonna say the name. Thank you very much for the tip. I am going until at least 10 o'clock here, though. We'll see how long until I have a lot of coffee left. I'm trying to stay up for Ryan because I haven't really I haven't seen her, yeah, in a while. My thing is, in the morning for breakfast, our home fries, they're really simple, but they taste good. They're not the super crispiest because, or they're not really crispy at all because we don't have access to like fryers during breakfast with the way our kitchen's set up. You know, they're potatoes, onion, salt, pepper, paprika, and we use oil instead of, we used to use butter, but it takes out a food allergy if you use oil. But people, time and time again, because we have people staying in the hotel, they come every day for the most part because they get a breakfast coupon. They'll keep asking, can we get potatoes without onions? We tell them every time, sorry, but you know, they're already in there. Awesome. I guess that's what I get for hating on the T49 as much as I do. I drove right into him though, so that was my bad. Unfortunately, this is going to be a pretty quick match here, because I have a very strong feeling he's just going to pop over because my team is not looking like they are going to push up here. Ah, thank you, defender. Defend me, please. Oh my god, no one's gonna shoot him. Literally. No one's gonna shoot him. How do you get that lucky? Really, Artie? I can't believe I missed him. Oh, are you talking? You're talking to him and not me. I was about to say. Honestly, voice volume, it's amazing. Like, people mention to me from time to time about the voice volume and everything. It's, you would think a microphone, you just plug it in and it works. Getting the volume levels for videos right, whether it's streaming or like local videos, it takes more time basically than anything else, I find. And God forbid you switch to a freaking different game, then you're basically starting the whole process over. I got a little lucky there. Whoopsie daisy, I forgot about that. Found them. Didn't want to find them there, but mainly because these guys can shoot me. I did get some damage on him. Think I can get across here. Maybe. Stole my thunder. Alright, what is our PZ7 doing over there? I'm kind of waning because I don't have any HP here for other people to do stuff. But I'm just a little bit confused. Luckily this guy doesn't see me, but don't know how he doesn't see me. That was kind of funny. I'm really confused about Mr. Casual back there. I usually don't like point out and name and shame people, but yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words. Can't even point out what he's doing wrong because it's so obvious. Can't point at both of us, so he's pointing at him, he can point at me, but he can't do both. So since he's pointing at him right now, easier for me just to go around the side and pop him. I don't mean to sound, I'm just blocking him because he's saying defend the base. Nah, there's something wrong there. This is where I get shotgunned by Artie. It always happens. I know it's coming. I almost want to fly off a cliff at it so it has less of a chance to hit me. He's trying to kill himself. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you do that. Take that. Okay. Time to sit like a normal person. We lost Himmelsdorf, I knew that, but I'm just curious how that actually turned out there. So next up I have the Churchill one. Yeah. This match, I had low HP for most of it, but I'll take it. We won. That's all you can hope for sometimes when you do something dumb and lose a lot of your HP in the beginning. So we got a Churchill one here, then we have an E50. Which I am going to be, you know, stream for longer here. But let me do a giveaway here. You just type exclamation point raffle to enter. I don't know where I want to go right now. I want to go. I think I might actually just head right here, honestly. It's actually pretty cool now. With the update to Fussbot, I can see everyone that enters here. And technically I can do it to where I can run raffles if I wanted to. Say if I ever like give away, I do like a stream and I give away, say like a gift shop package or something. I can do it now to where a list pops up here with your name, has your YouTube channel. I can go directly to it if I need to. And I can select random winners that way. Whereas before, it just everything was done just solely through the chat. I've actually that's one of the worst tanks in the game, the Churchill gun carrier. I'm actually interested in picking that up someday though, just to derp around in it, honestly. I get myself in trouble for pushing out way too far, bouncing off. Yeah. Bouncing off a freaking M4. Yep. Gotta love it. Oh, awesome. Double awesome. Well, sorry whoever requested this, but this is how my mid-tier matches typically go. I push out way too far, I die. I don't even do it intentionally. It's just... yeah. Unfortunately, that's typically how things end up to me. I really need to switch how I play mid-tier tanks. Sorry whoever requested that. That really sucked. You do deserve something, Daniel. Alright, so we have the E50. Really wish I was in the E50M since it's a little bit faster, because I'm gonna try to get up here. Really, they're all talking about frickin' chances to win. Who? It's the other E50. You're going on my blacklist because I hate people that do that. This is why XVM needs to be taken out, because basically the win percentage on that thing it's proven to be, it's not truthful. It's basically made up. I know it's based off of some sort of stats that XVM has, but Wargaming usually doesn't even mention XVM, and they've come out several times stating that it doesn't correlate to the actual win percentage chance. And people have done tons of like say 100 and even 1,000 I've seen before, basically, not to say studies, but to kind of disprove it. Alright, we need a guy that's behind me, the Strub 103. Never mind, there we go. Push up. But basically, people complaining about it in the beginning of the match irks me, because it's basically demoralizing your team, which makes them play differently, and they tend to not push out, they tend to camp more, and that typically doesn't work, go over too well. Congratulations. I actually didn't pick you. It picked you. Fussbot, Daniel. Congratulations, Daniel. That, oh my god. Like the thing has a frickin' mind of its mind of its own. I'm not even joking here. I literally didn't pick him. Already sitting up there, but unfortunately I'm not able to. Yeah, I shouldn't have pushed up here. Our Streb 103, he's not going to move up. Congratulations on winning now. RRD is probably not going to counter battery. Sorry, KV4. You got more HP than me. Sorry, dude. I'm not pushing out there because I will die. I wouldn't have gotten a shot off either. This sucks. I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm at least going to get one shot off here if he pushes on me. If not more. Here we go. If our T-54 runs straight up the A line, we'd be good. But unfortunately, we're going to lose the south now. Very nice. Uh-oh. T-49's gonna... probably get him. Probably gonna get RD'd. No, yeah, the Mousin. Oh well. Tried my best though. 2,700 damage ain't too bad, especially after that match earlier. All right, so moving along the grinds. Let's get back to this here tank here. I'm down to a 42% win rate in this thing. Basically, I'm going to be going, I might go a little bit past 10 here. I may not. But my next stream, I'm almost positive I'll be able to stream this Wednesday and I won't have to work like last week. I will let you guys know though if that changes. Like I said, this Wednesday I might be popping on a little bit earlier than I typically do, and I'd be starting out with a game called Shattered Galaxy, and I'll be doing World of Tanks, the typical 9 to 12 in the morning for my time. But don't be surprised if you hop onto the stream and it's a very old game. I may or may not be able to get matches in it, depending on how many people are online. Thank you very much, Object140, for the tip. I'll get a match in you. No one requests you anymore, you know? Oh, I'm like 110 or 20,000 experience from the tier 9 here. I'm definitely gonna have the free XP. I have plenty of free XP though, but yeah, I just haven't had that much time. This past week, having to work an extra, basically 10-11 hours, basically threw everything off. Which, good night, Graham. Thanks for platooning. I'm in New Jersey, if you're asking where I live. How inaccurate this thing is, I don't even know why I'm still sitting out here. Alright, I might get RD to all the hell, but I'm going for it. Awesome, I set him on fire. Just gonna release the hounds here. Took some damage, but it frees up, what, 3 or 4 tanks behind me. And yeah, I just bounced off of him. Which challenge would you like? The Object 140, John? I saw that coming. I'm gonna go cap. Need to remember I'm a tier 8. I don't have a lot of stuff done this match, but it's better for me to go cap right now. He didn't marry your cousin. Are you sure? You never know. Honestly, somebody started working with us and I didn't even know she was my cousin. Granted, it's not cousin. She's not related to me by blood at all. It's my cousin's it's a long story. But basically this girl started working for us and like, hey, found another one of my family members. But Ryan was telling me that, you know, someone started working for us and she's my family. I'm like, who? Like, there's basically no one left that I'm related to around here that either doesn't have a different job or that has, you know, already works for us. Yeah, I knew that I'm going to get reset here. But basically, if I pull back, I'm dead. If I pull up, I'm dead. I wait it too long. So, oh well, I screwed that up. Alright, so we have an Object 140 challenge here. So, let me find this tank here. I've got to do 2 times the HP total. So I've got to reach 3,800 damage, assist or blocked, all combined. And we got Mountain Pass. Fantastic. You guys can see the excitement, you know, coming out here. It's just, they have so many maps, like say Mountain Pass, Overlord. There's other ones too, to where even Live Oaks Highway, where they have reworked versions of them ready to go, but it's hung up with the new graphic render. They're rebalancing a lot of these maps because, like, take Mountain Pass, you have 3 choke points more or less, and it's all brawling. It's just not very exciting. But they have all these reworked maps to where they're tested, they're rebalanced. They're probably not perfect, but they're better. And yeah, they're hung up on the graphics, which, you know, it is a big change for them to do. They got to get it right, or else they can risk basically pissing off a lot of people if they can't play the game because it doesn't run on their potato computer. So but here's the hoping we get some map changes here this year, because it was supposed to come this patch coming up here, but they didn't delay it indefinitely, but it did get pushed back to, hopefully it comes this year. I saw him sitting out there, but I was expecting him to move back because our T-49 was sitting up there. Awesome. Our heavy tanks kind of stopped. I just can't push without somebody holding down this corner, which one T-49 isn't going to do. I need the E-75. He's slowly making his way out there. It's just, I'd be able to work off this corner on a T-54, the TVP ML1, if somebody holds this guy back. Just, yeah. Oh, awesome. Here's a T110E3. That's just all kinds of nope here. I'm gonna take another shot from the E50. And yeah, I'm running away and ditching you guys. Yeah, it's not even just because this is a challenge, it's just, I know that's a losing fight. That's part of the problem, which, holy crap, already hit me there. It just comes down to mountain pass, where if you're in a tank to where your team's not pushing anywhere, which we are not going to win any flank here, and you're in a tank that doesn't really brawl well, which the Russian mediums don't, unless you have an overwhelming numerical advantage because your alpha is so low, it just sucks playing them because you can't push out anywhere because you're trading shots against tanks that do a lot more alpha damage than you. But I feel bad running away from them because now they have a mouse pushing, but I think I'll be able to do more over here. But this is probably going to end up bad. Going badly for me. Because already can hit me here. Yeah, I don't think you want to sit there, Lorraine. Honestly, I don't even know where I'm probably gonna get shot here, but whatever. I'm just getting really annoyed at some of the matchups I'm getting tonight. It's probably because I'm really freaking exhausted. Coffee's keeping me up, but I'm still my body's hurting here. But I do want to, you know, I want to play and grind some matches. But some of these matchups I'm getting, it's wearing on me. Trying to make one of these flanks work. Not 100% already safe right now. Luckily this T-54 is just driving with his side to me. I don't know where that E3 is. Yep, he's there. My Fosh found that out. There's Tiger 2 here that can hit me. Don't know why I get stopped, but I did. Alright. We still haven't lost this. We're actually ahead. It's just our team placement is extremely odd, to say the least. I hit the frickin' rock. Holy crap, that E50 just... how did he go that way? T-30 is out in the open. Alrighty. Gonna be a gamble. I'm one-shottable. The Udez is kind of one-shottable. We might be able to get through this T110E3 though. Not to say I hope our Udez gets shot, but I just hope he doesn't outpace me too much, because right now it's very close to where he can get shot and I won't be able to flank an E3 before he reloads. Whew. There is a god. Alright, Mr. IS4. Saw you creeping down here. This Tiger 2's either gonna spot you or I'm gonna spot you. Or... oh crap, there's a beak. Awesome. Alright, don't kill yourself, Cody. Fortunately, they're at our base. Yeah, that's the only play I have right now. It's just, I don't want to go here because I can get shot from 2 different ways. And I'm basically pushing in to get one shot at. But it's what I gotta do. I'm probably not gonna be able to reset anyway. It's close, but yeah. I'm not gonna be able to reset in time. Unless I get extremely lucky. And I bounced. I somehow tracked him, no. Unfortunately, I stupidly drove right in front of his gun. Not that that would have made a difference, because the E50M, he saved his HP. But... oopsie daisy. Congrats on winning the challenge, John. Unfortunately, I've lost all the challenges tonight. Just one of those nights. But at least I have a day off tomorrow. Alright, so back to grinding here. Not to kill you guys with another AMX 48 match, but here we go again. No, Carl. It is not. And not the worst matchmaking, but the main thing with this and this tank and the other French tanks, it's just it comes down to the maps. Like trying to position a tank this long and with only armor, you know, on the front here, it's very clunky. Good night, Gary. Sorry to disappoint you in that last match and make you leave, but see ya. For a second I thought we were gonna make a comeback, but our team was just set up weird to where we didn't have a strong flank, and we weren't, the only flank that we had an advantage on was the center, but pushing the center doesn't work if you don't have one of the other flanks. It's probably the worst flank to have an advantage on, because unless you bum rush it with lights and mediums in the first 30-45 seconds, it's not worth pushing across. Yeah, it's been a fun stream so far. It's just a few of these tanks I've been playing, especially this one, it just hasn't been clicking. The roll dice command, the guy knows he has some typos there. He's gonna fix them now. I can't switch them, unfortunately. The roll dice, you have to do 1 to 5, which there is a timeout on it, like flip coin. It does cost 100. It is a brand new command to where it's not fully like explained very well, like flip coin is. Yeah, he screwed up to where, dies have 1 to 6. He screwed up and it's only 1 to 5 works. It cost 100 coins. I put it at the enter, and you can win, if you guess right, 600. But you can only guess 1 to 5 right now. Yes, Uber. And the next patch coming out in a week or two. It's gonna get a lot better, 8 through 10. But basically they're giving them guns that offset the very crappy chassis. They're still gonna be hard to play, but they're actually gonna be worthwhile. I can't even round this corner to take a shot on these guys. But yeah, it can go 0. I forgot that. It's basically 0 to 5 instead of 1 to 6. Again, yeah, I probably should have just disabled it until the guy fixes it later this week, but... Alright, that guy's going for a swim. Alright, time to start T-32. You need, never mind, 50-120 is gonna man up and go for him. I was just gonna roll and kill the T-10 so we can get some better shots on these guys. Because me pulling around here, they can hit me top weak spot every time. You're gonna pen it. Yeah, I have this maxed. I don't know why I did that, but at least I didn't die. These two guys are... They're really far back there. I didn't even notice they pulled back that far. Holy crap. They had all the confidence in the world of me surviving that, didn't they? Alright, can we just push up as a team? One of us is gonna die here, but probably gonna be me. But if we go up as one, as a whole, we should come out on top. Thank you. Nice to see other T-30s can't hit anything either. Yeah, he's gonna... maybe he won't pen me this time. At least we are finally gonna get a win. It took me, what, nearly 3 hours to get a win in this thing. But we're gonna do it. I don't think I got a shot on him. He's down low. Yeah, maybe I do now. Go figure. I actually connected on him, but didn't pen him. I think I can make it. I think though I'm probably gonna do maybe 1 or 2 more matches, and that'll probably be it for tonight. Just because I'm exhausted. My eyes hurt, my knees hurt even just sitting down, and my back. Not to complain too much. It's just it's been a really long week for me. And Levi, granted, he's already beat me to bed. He is thoroughly passed out here, which it doesn't look like. Doesn't look like his webcam wants to come up right now, unfortunately here. There we go. Yep, he is passed out on his bed. He's done begging for tonight. Not a great match. Lost credits. Yeah, almost. I think by Wednesday you guys are probably gonna see me in the tier 9 TD. Yeah. Let's move on to the WZ111-14. Oh, I know, Daniel. I am staying up until Ryan gets home though, so I won't be able to go to bed really right away. I barely can talk. Wednesday I will be refreshed though for the morning stream. Hey, someone found that there was another almost an Ace Tanker biscuits in the shop. Hopefully though, the morning stream, since they are switching the servers, hopefully that won't impact anything. Because typically when they do stuff, it runs a little bit into the morning. I might do something a little bit risque here. Before too many enemies get up this way. I see that they have a mouse, which is a little slow. Meal 2 slow. T110E4 isn't that fast. Right now, I do need a little bit of help with this guy. I'm gonna lose a lot of HP now. Just, you know, TD gets bounced. There we go. We got a hit. But, here we go. Thank you guys. This spot is, for one person, it's kind of safe, but I did not expect them. I'm gonna get killed from behind now, though. Might as well take a pot shot there. No, don't aim down. But I like using that spot. Even though I died very early, I still ended up doing 2,400 damage, 1,300 assist. But what killed me was I didn't really realize that that was the TD that was behind me. Granted, I don't know what other TD it would have been, but usually something faster is out there with a more accurate gun. But still, I think that was worthwhile going there. Alright, so I finally got that thing doubled. Let me hop into a T49 here. See you, Myrtle. Thank you very much for watching. Oh yeah, that's the problem with the Swedish TDs. This is probably going to be my last match here, so do one more raffle here. It didn't break the stream, it wasn't entirely updated. You know what I just did there. If you would like to see me play a little bit of Dreadnought, I would. Or World of Warships or World of Warplanes, so. I would say I could do Shatter Galaxy, but the way I have to stream that, it's such an old game. It only runs in 480p resolution, full screen, unless I use a third-party program to basically emulate it in a window mode. Yeah. That was just, yeah, fixing the raffle. But yeah, I actually have to run it, and I have to capture my one monitor. I can't even capture the game window like I typically do. See you, Lubobo. Thanks for watching. Ouchie. Why I'm peekabooing with a TU. There's 2 tanks now. Just don't know where the rest of my team is. This T-29 is gonna get up there and it's gonna screw us in the center. Even though, you know, it's just a T-29, which T-29 is very good, but somebody help here? Probably not. I'm hoping he pushes out too far. He did just that. Awesome. Gun depression. I took one too many shots there. All right. I just know that I'm still spotted here. And I hope that threw off whoever is in this little area. I am gonna go for it. Oh god. No, I'm not. Oh my god. Well, that happened. I think that's saying I'm a little bit a little bit too tired here. My hopes and dreams were crushed. I was gonna race up here and flank and kill those 2 guys. Well, anyway, I think that's gonna be the end here. There's a minute left in the raffle. But yeah, I think that's when you know when you're not fit to drive, when you crash off. We crash off a cliff. Granted, it was behind a hill or behind a bush, but yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised sometimes that my stats are as good as they are with how I drive. So, thank you, Andrew. The winner for the raffle, a few more seconds here. I will wait for the end of this battle too. Let's see here. The winner is... Congratulations, David. What do you mean all the stuff in the bottom left is red? What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean my tank? That's because I crashed and basically destroyed all my modules. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. My next stream, you know, is going to be Wednesday in the morning, 9 a.m. It'll start at the latest, like usual, but I might pop on a little bit earlier and start out with Shattered Galaxy for a little bit. Very old game to where, you know, I just want to see if you guys said you'd like to see it, so hopefully I'll be able to get in a match, since usually there's like 1 or 2 battles going on at any given time, so... Which, for whatever reason... Oh, I know what's happening here. The stream's having a little bit of hiccups because I pulled up Dreadnought over here and it's downloading. That probably wasn't the best move. But, thanks again for watching, guys. Have a very nice night, and I'll see some of you guys on Wednesday. That guy is not very good at drowning himself. I guess that's a good trait to have, though. So, I'm just seeing where I place that here. Even with driving myself off a cliff. I could have did better. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. See you guys around. Thank you very much for platooning, those of you that platoon, and also for the tips as well. Have a very nice night. See you guys.